Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing today? Hey, viewers, view. How you doing? Thank you, view. I appreciate you. Happy New Year. Looks to you. So yeah, I hope you guys had a nice New Year. So we are a couple of days into 2024. I am waiting for Jeffrey Epstein's list to be released because I think they say the list was going to be released today. Now I could be wrong, but the list, whatever it is on whoever's they're going to show on Epstein's list. I said list, child. It's going to. I think some of the names are going to be redacted, but hopefully we'll you know get to see some of the people that we're familiar with on that list because I'm sure it's a lot of them. But anyway, chat, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? So I came on to talk about Larry Reid and his lackluster receipt that he showed, child, concerning TD Jakes. Y'all know for a while, if y'all been watching me, that we have been talking about TD Jakes and his relationship to Diddy. And because the bloggers were talking about TD Jakes' relationship to Diddy, a lot of some of TD Jakes' information had started to be spilled, information that people have been talking about that are familiar with him for a while. It just had never been put on Front Street, but since it's been put on Front Street because of Diddy, he is funny looking and he weird, right? I'm going to get into that view. I'm glad you said that. But I forgot I was going to say. But anyway, like I said, Jake's done been put on Front Street because of his relationship with Diddy, basically. Okay, but people been speculating a lot of stuff. You saw this though in the comments about this. You saw this though in the comments. I heard that view. Yeah, people been suspecting it like for a long time. But anyway, let's get into it. Cause I lost my train of thought, child. Every time, child. But anyway, so I was listening to Larry Reid's video because they said that Larry Reid had dropped dropped some receipts about TD Jakes and Manasseh Jordan, right? So I'm thinking, oh, let me get over here, right? So child, whew. So I get over there thinking I'm going to see some juicy stuff, right? So he drops one receipt, and before I show you the receipt, in case you haven't seen it yet, no, he dropped two receipts, right? In a photo, and I'm thinking, oh, but before I got over there, I thought this is gonna be juicy. Like you finally getting ready to, because people. Manasseh had came on, did a couple of videos, said that he felt that TD Jakes was grooming him, and it didn't go, it didn't get into XSA, but he did feel like he was groomed or was being groomed by him, and but he didn't go to stage 3, which was the SA and all this and all that, right? But then they came out and said that there were two more victims, going to be coming out or going to be filing charges or something like that, right? So anyway, Larry Reid's on there talking and signifying, child, talking and signifying, right? So before he showed the video, he says, Manasseh, and now, okay, now here's the thing. This how you know this dude is petty, right? Now, I mean, I knew he was petty anyway, but he on there throwing shade towards the man, right? I ain't even gonna say dragging him, but he said Manasseh Jordan was kind of like eccentric, like Michael Jackson, and he was doing the he was doing the Michael Jackson voice and saying something like Manasseh, and just the way that he was changing his voice in reference to to Manasseh Jordan, right? I said no, he didn't. That was so shady. Right? So he's talking about the boy like he eccentric, like he Michael Jackson eccentric and stuff, right? Like I said, but I mean, I can believe that because I saw, do I still have that picture of Manasseh and lipstick and what in a bun on top of his head. Child, let me see if I still got it. But I can see that. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that at all. Nope, nope, don't surprise me at all. I'm trying to find it, y'all. I wonder if I still got it in my phone right here. Oh, here it go. Y'all see this picture in the middle? Y'all see this picture right here in the middle. So when he said Manasseh was south smoking I'm kind of eccentric. I don't know if he used the word eccentric, but I'm using the word kind of eccentric, like Michael Jackson. I'm thinking, okay. I immediately start looking at, thought of this picture right here, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, okay, I can see that. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, if you hanging out with people at a young age, like Benny Hinn, I mean, like, child. Okay. Anyway, child. Right, view. But he said he was soft smoking like Michael Jackson. I said, no, he didn't. So, anyway, child, I cannot with these so-called church people, baby. You heard me? I can't with them. I can't. So anyway, he says he went to or either Manasseh asked him to, I think he said Manasseh asked him to come over. This was a while ago when he was talking, like not the other day or nothing. He came over there to, I guess Manasseh wanted to show him some receipts or something. Right now, I can't speak verbatim. I'm giving y'all a brief synopsis of what he said. Right. So he says he went over there. And this is a quote. He said, he went there to confirm the PG. PG means now, see, they putting this name on this man, but see, Larry, you double talking, right? The predatory grooming. I believe that's what he said. I went to confirm the predatory grooming, and I snapped pictures that I wasn't supposed to snap because I needed proof. Okay, so he went over there. He said they pulled out an old laptop, or old Mac, or old Apple, or something, right? And was showing him, I guess the conversations between Manasseh and TD Jakes, and he said he needed proof, but he got to confess, child. He was snapping pictures, and he wasn't supposed to be snapping pictures, right? The screenshots on the computer, right? So, hey, Tisa, how you doing, love? So evidently, this is how he got, um, the proof that he was supposed to be showing us. He was take so you basically Larry Reid, and then he was kikiing and ha-haing about it. So if somebody is you gonna put you in their confidence to show you proof that TD Jakes and him were having private conversations, why would you then take it upon yourself to snap the photos without asking them first? See, that's shady right there alone. But you was kikiing and ha-ha, you done call the boy eccentric and I see, that's what let me know, like you kind of, you know what I mean, like, just no, I'm just like not right. But anyway, I get into why I'm just not y'all, okay? Because I ain't. But anyway, he's telling that story, and he goes on to talk about Hold on, let me try to find it. Y'all know I be having to write something down on the picture, child. So then he goes on to say, Manasseh was texting him in the middle of the night, right? Like 2, 3, I guess 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, asking him what you doing. I love saying things like I miss you, I love you, blah 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 blah, right? And he said that the receipt that he showed, which I'm going to show y'all. First, he said that the pic he's showing, the one that he put up, the receipt that he put up, is the least dirty. And then he said or rather, it was the least incriminating. First, he used the word dirty, and then he used the word incriminating. Now, he's saying all of this stuff in reference to Manasseh Jordan and what Manasseh Jordan had to say about TD Jakes, right? Now, in the Bible, don't it say something about being double minded? I'm just saying. And the reason why I say you double minded, Larry, or y'all got some alternative stuff going on here is because of this right here. Now on his community wall, he say there's no proof TD Jakes done any of the stuff folk are saying. No proof, just years of rumors until Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Right? No proof until then, y'all, but there's still no proof. No proof until Manasseh, right? He said Manasseh claimed predatory grooming, right? He said that's proven. He said I saw with my own eyes. Even if it was all true, Jakes isn't to be thrown away and discarded. Now, if he's a predator, honey, why isn't he supposed to be thrown away and discarded? See, that's double minded. Okay, he's made major contributions to the body. He ain't made no contributions to the body of Christ if he's a predator. Okay? All he done is destroy people's lives. What are you talking about, Larry Reid? What do you mean? Major contributions when it comes to the business side of church, religion? Is that what you mean? See, let me tell you. Anyway, let me finish reading this. I gonna as a whole, however, he and his family can be called out on anything they do, say that's proven to do or say that's proven improper by y'all. Now, here's the thing I got with this. Either you for the right thing, Larry, or you're not. Now, I'm not sure that you even with I'm not sure that you're even with right something sweet, just messy. Just just I'm not impressed. Okay, that's why I have never looked at this person's videos until the other day till this Manasseh stuff start coming out. You know what I mean? Cause he made it seem like hey Creole Butterfly, he had some, real tea or whatever, right? So but I already knew from just hearing about it that this thing right here, this ain't my thing. People like this person right here in Jives and them Kojics and them people like TD Jakes and them Benny Hins and Manasseh's daddy. See this pimping. This is just prosperity pimping, if you will, right? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I am not impressed by Larry Reid or none of them. Okay, and I think they all up to no good in the first. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. But this is why, honey, if you are a Christ follower, okay, and you are not simply a church goer and a bishop or a pastor worshiper, your discernment will lead you away from all of this nonsense, okay? Because none of this is necessary, okay? All of this stuff right here, all of this stuff is not even necessary. And what I mean by this, all this materialism, like look at Larry, okay? Really? Okay. Mm, mm, mm. So they are stealing money from the true body of Christ. That's what they're doing. All right. And they are all about the flesh, I believe. Port Charles Library said predators defend other predators the way they would want to be. Do you know what you make a point? Honestly. But anyway, I don't want to go off on a wild tangent, but I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Okay. So anyway, let me read this down here since I done pulled since I done pulled it up, right? Says and this is when I have to look at this, man, this is the reason why I get agitated because this stuff right here is it vexes my spirit. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't even like to entertain demons, and I really don't. I don't, y'all. It makes me have it give me the heebie-jeebies and it make me have a little attitude because when I look at people like this, I'm just this is just a no from me. Okay, I don't understand the parents of young boys leaving them. I don't either, Tisa. I don't either. Now, you know what? That's a very good cop. You know what, Tisa? I'm glad you said that because I want to say something about Oprah and Tyler Perry and some the TD Jakeses of the world and anyway, but that's a little further down the video. Let me go back to Larry. Let me go back to Larry. Okay, now let me tell y'all another reason why I'm talking about Larry today, right? So first, let me read this part. It says Larry taking Jake's down on. He says that Larry's taking Jake's down, I guess, on behalf of Carlton. They talking about Carlton Pearson, and the person said that they're there for it, right? And what they mean by that is I'm assuming. Now I don't really know what all went down between Carlton Pearson and TD Jakes or I understand there was some comments made about Carlton Pearson. I guess after Carlton Pearson had died maybe, and I'm assuming King Jives was on Carlton Pearson's side, and this Carlton Pearson guy, I'm assuming y'all that he was another prosperity preacher Like I don't know about these people. This is not my world. I'm not impressed by this stuff, right? So, but anyway, that's why the commenter wrote that. But he said no, he's not doing that. He said that's not what he's doing at all. He said if it had not been for Diddy and Cassie's situation, we would not be speaking about this now. He said because he knew about Jake's a long time ago, which I do believe that's true. Not about the no part, but about the Cassie and the Diddy situation is what blew it up. But what is blowing my mind now going forward is that Larry got the nerve to tell his audience, he said, and I quote, some of these other I guess these other bloggers going out here and saying all this and all that. Pretty much, I'm putting it my way. He did say y'all don't even listen to him, y'all don't even look at them because basically they don't know what they're talking about. But I'm thinking, hold up, Larry, back, oh, back up, home girl. I'm sorry, I mean homeboy. Um, if it had not been for the T bloggers, you would have never had the footing to stand on to build whatever it is you're trying to build right now. See, it was the T bloggers talking about Diddy and the Cassie situation, and they kept seeing these pictures of good old TD Jakes. That's the reason why you're getting to do your content the way you're getting to do it right now. So how dare you tell people not to listen to other content creators, okay? And they just simply doing the same thing that you doing, which is creating content. Don't get on here trying to act all self-righteous, homeboy, because you're the same one that told Manasseh Jordan and whoever else to think they a victim of TD Jakes. Don't go to the police. Let's do a documentary. So if you're really sincere about helping victims, alleged victims of TD, okay? Why would you tell them not to go to the police instead to come to you and do a documentary? How is that going to heal them in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion at all? And who are you to tell anybody not to listen to other NET bloggers? See, the difference between somebody like you and me, Larry, is the fact that I want to talk about the real stuff, okay? You talk, and then that last this whatever it is, this dance that you're doing with your people, I guess you church goer type, the people that fall for your nonsense. I guess them people go for that stuff, but I see through charlatans like you. But why I'm not impressed? Because see, difference between me and you is I do research, okay? I ain't got to go still take a picture and steal nothing off nobody's old laptop or computer. I can do it right here on my own. I can do my own research. Do you see what I'm saying? That just tripped me out, y'all. I'm saying, well, okay. I wasn't even gonna plan on coming on here, talking about this today, but I listened to that video. I said, no, he didn't say that. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Tell his people. And you really skirting on the lines when it comes to YouTube's community guidelines, right? You know that, right, Larry? Because you're not supposed to instruct people not to look at any other content creators. Okay? So you're really skirting the line right there, okay? And then while you holler, then you even more double minded. You telling people that no matter how much these bloggers say allegedly this and allegedly that, it don't stop you from A, B, C, or D, or blah blah blah. Because I went to law school, or I was going to law school, but then I blah blah blah. Then 30 minutes later, you turn then further on down, 20, 30 minutes later into your commentary, you say allegedly. I was like, boy, if you don't shut up and tighten them veneers to the back of your tongue a little deep, a little harder, so that you can speak properly, honey. Okay, you out to, cause you ain't making no sense, honey. Okay, but anyway, move right along. Whew, I just really had to get that off my chest, y'all, because I did not appreciate him. Okay, so let me show you. Daryl Moore was in touch with a few of LRL's former alleged victims. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I heard about that, but child, like I said, I don't know nothing about them people over there or something sweet. I don't take these people like this seriously. Okay, I don't. Nope. This right here. This why they gonna burn in hell with gasoline draws on. Now, see, I might burn in hell too, but it ain't for this. All right, child. Anyway, it ain't. God will not be mocked. Okay. Child. Anyway, Jesus said it's always something with these church folks, right? And young, but thank you. Even the chap through all denominations. She said, "Ugh, it's sickness." Baby, you right about that? She said, "In the last days, okay." Anytime you get a group of people, especially now, I'm talking. We're gonna talk about the black church right here, right? Because it's all denominations, all types of organized religion across the board all over the world is that do creepy and weird stuff like this, right? It ain't nothing but demon doctrine, okay? It's a whole I'm gonna do a video about that. It's just demon doctrine. Okay, I'm gonna put it that way. So anyway, that's why you really gotta pay attention to what's going on. And when you said earlier, Tisa, I don't see how they people trust their kids with people like this. I don't either. Nope. Mm-mm. Creole said, I'm in church, but baby, I don't fall for Larry. His time is absolutely coming. It don't matter if you in church or not, Creole. You know what I mean? You ain't got to let nobody do you. You know, you go to church with, commune with like-minded people. You know what I mean? It don't mean you got to fall for the okie doke. Because these people like T.D. Jakes and Larry Reid and Manasseh Jordan and his daddy and Benny Hinn and all of the rest of them, honey, let me tell you something. You don't need none of that to have a relationship with the Almighty God. But you can go to church and commune with your people and still not take them serious like that. Because like I said on my last video, the problem that a lot of people have is instead of worshiping God, they get to worshiping these pastors and these bishops and these little funny looking people like Larry Reid, which ain't nothing more than a televangelist, a messy televangelist. Okay? That's why God is not the author of confusion. That's right. You can no longer tell the saints from the sinners. I can't, Tisa. I can't. I don't fool with them. Like I said before this right here, I never ever looked at a whole video from this man right here. Cause this is not my kind of thing. This is ridiculous. Like I just like him, King Jives, like all of them, Manasseh Jordan, all of those types of people. That little thing right there, this is It's just like TD Jakes, all of them, All right, just I'm not nope, not impressed. And people like this don't mind going to church. These people like this, like those Kojic people and all this and all that. You know why? Because the devil running all up and through there right now. All right? That's the reason why. All right? That's the reason why. They done turned it into day church. They speaking demonic doctrine. That prosperity preaching and all this and all that ain't nothing but the devil's doctrine. Okay? That's all it is. That's why I don't take that stuff seriously. You know what I mean? I really don't. And when you get people, let me tell you something else too. Anytime you get somebody trying to tell you how to think or what to think about what you read in the Bible instead of praying for your own discernment, like when people say catchphrases like, you have to read the Bible in context. No, what you do is you pray first, then you read your scriptures, and you ask God for clarification. What the hell do you mean? You got to read the Bible in context. Boy, if you don't shut all the way the hell up. And people really do believe it. We believe in these preachers, these charlatans. Okay. I'm like, if you don't, like, what? But okay, that's what happens when you don't know the word for yourself. Okay. Ugh, that man is just happy everyone is off him now and talking about others. I guess, child. I guess. I don't know these people. I only hear about them from various YouTubers. I don't even never pay. I don't even. The only reason why I'm paying attention to them right now because I don't even like. Maybe every once in a while I hear their name in passing. It is a terrible message. Something sweet. It's a terrible message. Like you trying to dictate to somebody how to read the Bible. Really, this what we doing? Sure. Right. Have you ever felt swallowed? Have you ever been in a season of swallowing? Boy, if you don't shut. I'm glad you put that right there. So I don't want to go on and on about this, but I mean, it just really grinds my gears. Like, I mean, like the nerve. Okay. And there's so many sheep out here in this world, and a lot of people I think that the people that they get the most are people that really don't know, may have not been raised up in the church. They may have spent all their life, hey Castro, doing what they feel is not the lifestyle that they're supposed to be leading, and they feel convicted and want to get close to God, right? But nobody's ever took the time to tell them, because they truly may not know that, honey, you ain't got to spend all your money trying to buy this preacher a jet. That ain't getting you no closer to God, okay? No matter how good his jet is, you ain't got to give them your light and water bill money, or your food money, or your medicine money. You ain't got to believe in this prosperity preaching. I think that and you got to even be careful when it comes to prophecy and these so-called prophetic speakers like this Manasseh Jordan and his daddy, okay? And Larry Reid is uplifting them, and then he just a messy queen. All of that is just not how it's supposed to be. And you don't have to deal with any this right here, because this right here is devil doctrine. What you need to do is all you got to do is get you a Bible, and you pray to the Lord for salvation and understanding. And for him to and if you and for him to lead you down the right path. And I truly believe that he will lead you to where you need to be. But this stuff right here, see, that's just like domestic violence abusers. Say you are a person that have had to deal with domestic violence in the past, right? So you're out of that situation. But what you're not realizing is sometimes men that are domestic violence abusers, they prey on certain types of women, right? And it's like they can smell them out, right? So if you out of this relationship, that you was done wrong, right? Don't start fooling with the first thing that come up to you, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be right back in the same situation that you just got out of, right? You need to take it slow and wait a while and really find out what kind of person this is before you go all in, because you could find yourself worse off than you was the last time. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like people that want to feel like they want to embrace God on a deeper level, or they want to go to church, or they want to learn the word, or they want to know the word, should I say? You know, and it's a shame that you can't say, well, you can just look at church online. Look at TD Jakes. He's really good. Look at something, or look at something, or look at Larry Reid, or look at, you can't. Because if you tell them something like that, child, you ain't telling them to look at nothing but a devil. Something that's gonna take their money. Creflo Dollar, Benny Hinn, Charles Hagee. You know what I mean? All of these people, and it's not right. It is not right to do God's children that way. And these demons, they don't fool me at all, Castro, either. Hmm. You know. Anyway, like I said, let me read what Tisa said. Tisa said, I don't watch none of these prosperity preachers. They are getting rich off the poorest people in our communities. Dr. Juanita Bottom, you got that right, TD. Juanita Bottom said, I don't know what she's doing now, but at one point in time, she had so much drama going on in her personal life till it was just child. I seen a story of one elderly lady who the church refused to let her family hold a funeral there because she was not up to date on a church. You know what? That was a little while ago, right, Tisa? I heard of that story too. YT is always pushing TDJ. So is that right? Tisa, that happens so much. Yeah, you're right about this something sweet. Yeah, if you late in your tithes, or you are past due on your tithes or whatever, yeah, you can't. They won't let you hold your church service there. Ain't that something? Yeah. Mm-mm. The Bible says there's a lot of truth in it. But you first have to know how to. You have to discern it. I call it decoding it. I used to do decoding the Bible all the time. Uh-huh. Better tithe to get baptized. They want you to tithe to get baptized? Is that what they want you to do these days? Something sweet? Is that what you mean? Yeah. And anyway, they distort the who. I mean, like even when they, when it comes to offering and stuff like that and tithing and offering, it's not even in the Bible speaking about money that when it comes to tithing and offering. That don't mean you got to give your money to the church. You can tithe or make your offering via, volunteering in the church or volunteering in the community in the name of the church. There's a whole lot of things you can do. You can volunteer to do Bible school. Volunteer to clean the church, volunteer to cook at the church, volunteer to do whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have to give them your money. That's not what the true meaning of tithing and offering is. Child. Ladies with that church for decades is sickening. Ain't that right, Tisa? Castro said, I have had moments where I have had church at the house, right? And didn't feel bad about it. God knows you right about that, Castro. Castro. You can have church in the middle of your living room or in your closet like my grandmama used to do, okay, baby? I can truly say that thinking back, I got more out of what I used to sit on the steps and listen to my grandmama do in her closet than I ever would at church. I can honestly say that. I got more out of that. And I'm not lying to you. That's just how I feel about it. A lot of them people are catching the bus to church. Right, right. While the pastor riding around in a Rolls Royce, you got that right, Jason. You sure got that right. Tripped me out that time. I ain't never heard something as a hey Black Swan as outrageous. Happy New Year, Black Swan. As outrageous when I heard Creflo Dollars people said they want to buy him a plane. I said, wait, what? Y'all want to buy him a what? I said, now you know what I'm doing. But like you said, I don't tell you how many of the people is riding the bus to church, Tisa. Trying to save up their pennies to give their their love offering, to the church so they can buy their pastor a plane. But they ride in the city bus, girl. That is so disgusting. You know what I mean? And this how you know people don't really change, throughout the decades. If you even a century sometime, right? Because we remember about the story about the Pharisees and the Sadducees and how much they despised Jesus and how the people were and Jesus was appalled by people pretty much turning the temple into a marketplace. You know what I mean? It's really, if you think about it, it's kind of the same thing what's going on these days. If you think about it, in my opinion, you know, and people like Larry Reid and T.D. Jakes and people like this, I mean, they are mocking God, in my opinion. And that's just how I feel about it. King Jives, all of them, Jay Wilson, they mock God. And I'm not impressed by that. And I don't care what they say about it. I'm just going to keep it a buck on today. But anyway, y'all done got me off my thing. It's disgusting. That's right. The church is within you. Not the building. Right. Jesus said, where two or more are gathered, God is there. You can have church anywhere. You can have church anywhere. You can have church sitting on the side of your bed, baby. Okay? All that organized religion, it really is not necessary. You know, it's really not necessary. And it's absolutely disgusting the way people, uh, turn it into a means of a way of getting money. But y'all done got me all off my thing. Just let me give y'all the rest of this info. Just hold on a minute. I wasn't even supposed to go all the way there. But anyway, I've been trying to play it cool. I'm telling you, I can't keep looking at this guy right here because it's starting to irritate me. So I'm really going to have to let this go. I'm telling you, I don't, it's not conducive to my spirit. I can't do it with him. You know what I mean? Like I really can't. But anyway, child. So anyway, but I said, yeah, I'm gonna come out and tell him about himself today, because how dare you trying to turn away of somebody from the bloggers? You got the nerve. Listen to you, don't listen to them. You don't even have the right. You running game. Like, what you mean? You doing content just like the rest of us, Larry Reid, the nerd. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. So I want. Okay, so this is what I mean about um they are mocking God, and they are trying to interpret Scripture in their opinion, and it's not right. I agree, Castro. I agree. These folks have commercialized the Word of God. Yes, yes, yes. They are the worst kind of folks. Right. Like I did another video, I was talking about TDG, and I would say they see you for your works. Okay, you out here doing all this flashy stuff and all this and all. Honey, these are your works. You getting your heaven right here on earth. Okay, and then they say they getting blessings. Okay, you getting a blessing, right? But who blessing you? Who's really? Have y'all thought about that? Who's really blessing these people? You know, because God don't give you always give you what you want in the way that you praying for it, but He will always provide a way for you to have what you need, right? The devil, on the other hand, he will give you the desires of your heart, honey, so that he can, because the only thing that he really wants from you is your soul. Now, if you don't feel like your soul is too big of a price to pay, then okay, go on and let him give you the desires of your heart, because you got your heaven right here on earth. That's it, that's all. But this earth is not eternal. Okay? Hey, Water Sniper. Water Sniper said you will see black people catching a bus and walking to Creflo Dollar Church on Old National Highway in College Park. Ain't that something, Water Sniper? Sure. But anyway, I just had to mention that though. That's just it's just it don't make no these people that make my head hurt. Anyway, move right along. So what was we? We was talking about Larry, right? So, but I really want y'all to. I really couldn't believe he let it come out of his mouth. Trying to dissuade people from listening to the bloggers when he pretty much doing the same thing, and he's not even doing it well. Okay, because he too busy trying to run game. So anyway, fast forward. Now, if you was really about your business and you was really trying to help somebody, Larry, this is some of the things you would be talking about, right? Now, I told y'all about this channel. It's called MVMO. It's the MVMO channel, right? And on the MVMO, this lady was actually inside of the inner circle when they first started the Potter's House in Texas, right? And so she said she had a mentor, and her mentor, helped, establish the Potter's House in Texas as well. Right. So I went back and I listened to oh no, we can't get to that yet. Let's talk I done jumped all over it because I'm sick of talking about Larry Reid making my skin crawl. Honey, let me show y'all this dang on lackluster text message that he sent, that he showed, right? Like he was really telling something. Like he was really exposing something. And I'm thinking it's gonna be juicy. Because he said he done got it off the boy's computer and all this and all that and whatnot, and and blah this and blah that. Did I? Oh shoot, I didn't even download it. I probably deleted it. But anyway, he showed a picture. It was this. This was the text. This was a picture of the text message, right? And people saying that he was flexing his muscles, and why was he flexing his muscles, and why the microphone looked like that, and this that and on the text message it said something about it was 2:30 in the morning, and basically TD was like what you doing? I haven't heard from you or something, right? It wasn't nothing explosive, right? He didn't say like you want to come over and A, B, C, and D. No, it wasn't nothing like that. They just blowed into it. Oh, why he texting the boy at 2:30 in the morning with his chest all stuck out and all of this and all of that. You know what I mean? And I mean, like it really wasn't incendiary. I'm not gonna lie. Like it really wasn't nothing, like for real. And then so he went from that uh to to comparing this this peach shirt or whatever to to the shirt that y'all remember old Eddie Long and what he did, right? what he got exposed for, right? Now remember, now I can see why he drawing a comparison between Eddie Long and TD Jakes because they supposed to have been cool with one another, right? And so he's like, "Oh, ain't it something that they got on the same shirt?" And Eddie Long's church, pretty much got on him or exiled him or whatever because he was flexing his muscles and sending them pictures to these young boys, but they thought that was inappropriate. But until then, blah blah this and blah blah that, right? Now, so this is what he showed us, and I'm thinking, well, okay, where the tea? Where is the tea, honey? Because he didn't say nothing untoward in those text messages. I'm thinking, where the tea? Now you say you got receipts. You supposed to bring it. You talking about the bloggers? Ain't nobody supposed to listen to nothing. No other blogger says except for you. Okay, so you got the tea right. You the one said you was snapping pictures. Hey, Nikki, baby. Hey, everybody that's coming in the room. Y'all please mind. Would y'all mind please hitting the like button for me? I would greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button. So, if you don't mind, thank y'all so much. So, I know that's right, water sniper. And so, anyway, like I'm thinking, where's the explosive tea, right? I mean, we don't, hello, we want to hear the tea. We want to hear some explosive stuff, like what Cassie said about Diddy. I'm thinking it's gonna be that type of receipt, right? But I told y'all what he said. He said when he showed this little receipt right here of TG flexing his muscle with the they try to say the I guess I don't know what they implied. They was implying that the microphone was positioned that way for, but you guys know what they was trying to intimate about the microphone and the fact that he's flexing his muscles and what. And I'm thinking he a chubby little man, like what the muscles at, like really? Okay, all right. But anyway, he was flexing his muscles, y'all. That's why his hands is fisted together and all of this and all of that. And Larry talking like he really is sharing something, right? He's sharing something, but you got to put a little sugar on top of it, right, Larry? That's why you introduced the Eddie Long picture beside of it, right, Larry? Because it's that explosive. See, if it was that explosive, Larry, you wouldn't have to put little sugar on top. You wouldn't have to bring up Eddie Long, okay? If it was that explosive, right? So anyway, he shows the side by side comparison, right? And then he shows these last few, this conversation right here. This is the last thing that he showed. Um, and Manasseh's comments are in the blue, and Jake's comments are in the gray, right? So he shows that, and I'm thinking, well, okay, like where's the explosive T? Like, what a receipt. Like but Manasseh already said that he was TD Jakes' mentee, you know what I mean? So, you know, and if he felt like he was so you saving the best for a later date or something. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Hmm. Nikki Baby said Larry always got his nose in some grooming stories, but he haven't addressed his own. You know why? I believe that is Nikki. I'm glad you said that. And and then why he want to do a documentary instead of go to the police and all of this and all of that. Let me tell you a story. I was listening to what is her name? Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore got a talk show. And I think last week or the week before last, whenever it was, it might have been early last week or the week before last, whatever it was, Oprah came on her show, right? Oprah came on her show to talk about Color Purple the musical, right? And one thing that I never knew about Oprah is all these years now. I remember Oprah's story years ago. Yeah, she got a show, a daytime talk show view, and I remember Oprah saying years ago that she had been, M word SA'd by her cousin, family friends and other people, when she was a child. She had been assaulted quite a few times as a child, right? But what I didn't know, yeah, that show is on. It's on ABC. Um, View. It's on ABC. And so, is that right, Nikki? Oh wow, I didn't even know that. hmm Right, it proves nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's what I've been talking about. You just like you did. That's what I was talking about, Corey. Anyway, so anyway, oh, but what I didn't know about Oprah, like I said, I knew, her story, when it came to her childhood and all of the abuse that she had to endure, right? But what I didn't know, what I found shocking was the fact that she said she never had any therapy, right? She says, she said that the audience was her therapy. I was like, excuse me, what you mean the audience was your therapy? You know what I mean? And so when it comes to people like Oprah Winfrey, even this Larry Reid, I even venture to say, what's his name over there? What is his name? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry and Oprah, I think they got some kind of unnatural trauma bond. You know what I mean? I think they got some kind of unnatural trauma bond. And it may be what's going on with Larry Reid too. That's why he's, obsessed with these kind of things. And then also we know that when it comes to molestation, I have to say the word in men and women, but moreover men, if it goes unchecked, meaning they don't get some type of intensive therapy for this, sometimes they will grow up and they will hurt people themselves. They will become molesters themselves, serial killers, domestic violence abusers, all sorts of things. You know what I mean? They'll think they gay, because the body responded in a positive way to the stimulation, not knowing that it's just your body, it ain't your mind. But those are the things that you learn about in therapy when something like that happens to you, right? And so that's why you got to be careful when you're dealing with folks. But for somebody like Oprah to say that, yeah, the audience was my therapy, and she said it on the Drew Barrymore show all these years later, so I'm thinking, you got all these billions of dollars, girl. You didn't even ever think to go to therapy, Oprah? Really, girl? And see, now we know, and now we know why you was doing stuff like why you seem to hate or very strongly dislike certain types of men, right? I see why now you didn't mind doing that hit piece on Michael Jackson. Finding Neverland or something like that? You know what I mean? Yeah, no view. I'm not really I've just mentioned Drew because that's the show that she was on. I was more surprised that Oprah didn't go to therapy and all that money she got, you know. That's all I mean. I never heard Oprah say she didn't go to therapy before. But anyway, so now I see, and then she was supposed to be doing that documentary about the Russell Simmons thing, and then she changed her mind and she left them victims high and dry, and all of this. And yeah, your audience absolutely is not therapy. Just like I used to tell people all the time, YouTube is not therapy. Like it don't make sense. Like, really? Child, and the color purple should have been Whoopi and not Oprah, and the color purple. Well, you know what? They didn't even tell Oprah that Whoopi was making a brief appearance on the color purple, the musical. They kept it to themselves, a cameo on the musical. They didn't even tell Oprah that. They didn't tell nobody. But anyway, that's a video for another day. I'm not going to go off on the color purple yet, right? Anyway, I was just surprised about that. That Oprah never did therapy. So I say that to say, when you see Larry Reid, some stuff like he's had accusations himself, and and he's writing so hard. He's supposed to be so worried about Manasseh Jordan and these other alleged victims of TD Jakes, but he don't want you to go to police, but he want to make a documentary instead. Like, you really have to side eye him because this may be a result of some kind of childhood trauma that he's never really dealt with. You see what I'm saying? Hmm. That's right. Going after alleged predators is not therapy. Right. This is true. This is true. But anyway, this is supposed to be the evidence. Now he did say this is these receipts are not some of the dirtiest or whether the most incriminating receipts. So maybe he just want to start slow or whatever. But the way that he was building it up, like we was really gonna see something. Because little stuff like this, that picture, and this little basic, conversation right here, this is nothing. So, and then you said you were snapping away, and you weren't supposed to be snapping, but you were snapping. Like if you want us to be impressed, Larry, all I'm saying is, honey, you're gonna have to give us something that's real, because we ain't impressed by this, boo. This ain't enough to be telling people not to listen to nobody videos but yours, Larry, because this is nothing, honey. Nothing. It's really nothing. It implies nothing. Okay, moving right along. It's very vague. you know. So I am not impressed. But anyway, and then maybe you just want to come out and show the people that you wasn't lying, and basically Manasseh really did have this conversation with you, and maybe that's what the purpose of it was. You know what I mean? Because I think you might have said something along those lines. So, but at any rate, moving right along. That's all I got to say about Larry. We about on the hour, child. About out of here. Oh, and then he showed now I was impressed with the lady. He showed this little quick video clip of this lady on TikTok. I forgot what he said her name was, but she did a side by side comparison to what TD Jake says in 2013 as opposed to what Eddie Long said in 2003. And the things that he said the things that Jake said were they were kind of mirroring, and it was kind of like deja vu. I agree with Larry on that, with what the two had said, right? And I think what T.D. Jason Eddie Long was real good back then. Do you think Eddie told him what to say in 2013, and he just simply said it himself in 2023? I mean, that's what I was thinking, child. You know me, child. Always a theory going on in my head, child, right? So anyway, moving right along. I got to pick up the piece, but that part right there, this part right here was the most entertaining part of the video. Now I had to leave Larry and read it off because I couldn't hardly take it no more. Anyway, like I told y'all, it literally makes my head hurt when I have to suffer through these people's videos, thinking I'm gonna get some tea and I really ain't got nothing at all. You know what I mean? But he got to talking about something about he wanting people to pay 1111 or something like that about some kind of prosperity plan or something. I'm like, huh? Anyway, click. I was like, click. Okay, whatever. Now to the payout part of the portion. Child. And then somebody sent him a what do you call it? A super chat for $100. He was like, thank you for the super chat, but I ain't getting but $70 of that because $30 going to YouTube, which is the truth. But I'm like, oh, listen to you. Okay. So anyway, let's go. I mentioned a couple of videos back, right? I mentioned this channel called now this is called Research Larry. Pay attention, okay? A couple of videos back when we started talking about TD Jakes, right? I mentioned this lady's channel. Her name was the MVMO channel, right? And so I went back and listen. I want to listen to her video again today. But in the process of me listening to her video, I seen another video, and I said, "Oh, we got some pics." So y'all know me. I had to go get my little screenshot so I can write up under it to let y'all know what was going on. Okay. So this MVMO, the name of the lady's channel is MVMO, and she said that her and her mentor were on the ground floor of the Potter's house coming to Texas, right? She was like there. Let me read this. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to make sure wasn't nothing going on. Hey, NYW. They were on the ground floor. So this lady personally knew Sarita Jakes, the MVMO, this MVMO lady. She personally knew TD Jakes, Sarita Jakes, their children. She talked about teaching her children at Sunday school and maybe after school or something like that. But anyway, she personally knows the Jakes as well as their children and and a lot of people that were in the congregation, in its infant stages when it came to the church growing in Texas into the Potter House, Texas, right? Like, so she says she's not worried about being sued from TD Jakes or anything like that, right? So she was saying, it was like, it's like 3 videos or something like that, but if y'all want to go listen to them for yourself, the name of the channel is MVMO. And so just put MVMO channel, in your search engine, and put like TD Jakes, and you'll get to hear, that audio, because she's doing it like on Spreaker, SPREAKER, you know what I mean? And I guess that's like some kind of a podcast format, right? So anyway, I was listening, right? So I wrote down a couple of things that I found interesting. Now, Larry, pay attention, boo. Okay, this is just called doing just a little research, just like listening to something other than whatever it is that's going on in your own demented brain. Anyway, okay, so she says the MVMO channel says that she was in, like I told y'all, she was in the inner circle, right? With the Jakes, at one point in time. She said that, okay, she said that her mentor um mentioned, now it's a big old story about her mentor. The lady is now passed away. This was this lady, and she was the MVMO, she was MVMO's mentor, right? And so MVMO's mentor, she mentioned at one, they were having conversations, and this is what I'm saying. She said Mr. R came to her. She said that this guy, and there's a picture right here. And the reason why I'm asking is this Mr. R right here, because let me just read it to you. She said Mr. R came to her. She said um then the mentor told her about Jake's up came to her, right? Came to the mentor, and Mr. R told the mentor about, Jake's, fooling around with men, you know, and a lot of other disturbing information, right? And she said after that, her mentor had a stroke. The lady was old, right? After that, a little while after that, the mentor had a stroke. She said she believed that the stroke had something to do with, all the disturbing information that Mr. R told to her mentor. And she said she believes that because of the timeline of events. Mr. R said he was gonna talk to her. He did come to talk to her. I guess he wanted to get it off his chest or something like it or something, right? And so he came and told, but this lady was too old to her all this. So I guess it just broke her heart, right? So anyway, let me show y'all something. I was trying to slide the screen. So anyway, that's why I wrote that right there. And I'm thinking, okay, so is this Mr. R right here? Because that's the picture that they had up. I'm thinking, well, could this be the Mr. R that they're talking about? So that's why that picture's right there, right? So then, is this 2 or 3? I think this is 2. Yeah. Then the MVMO says that her mentor told her that Mr. R is gay, and that his wife knows that he gay. Okay. And Mr. R worked in ministry, right? Mr. R worked in the minister in the worked in the ministerial staff at round to the Potter's house in Texas, right? He did say that he told her mentor that he was coming to tell her some things, but that she could never tell anyone, right? The mentor told MVMO that Mr. R said, he gonna tell her some stuff, but you can't never tell nobody. And the MVMO says the mentor told her a lot of stuff but she didn't tell her everything. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's why I meant, about this right here, right? So, but Mr. R worked in a ministerial staff at the Potter's house. He was in the inner circle as well, and he was gay, and his wife knew that he was gay. Okay, and so I was like, wow, it's very interesting, right? So anyway, now this third one right here says, Mr. R also told the mentor, also told her that Jakes had an affair with a man and that Jakes was gay, right? After the mentor was told about, I'm gonna say allegedly gay. I'm gonna say allegedly, but this is what MVMO said, but I'm saying allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, Mr. R also told her that Jakes had an affair with a man and that Jakes was gay, allegedly. After the mentor was told all of this, she said that her mentor left the church, meaning she left, she stopped fooling with the Potter House in Texas. The older lady did. She left the church after Mr. R came over and told her all of this very disheartening stuff, because she was an older lady, and she was really, excited about, being, she really loved going to the Potter's house, you know, and so yeah, yeah, like I said, out there she went to the church, right? So anyway, but I put that up because this is what the MVMO lady saying, and MVMO said she not worried about being sued because they know she not lying or whatever. She was invested in the church, if you will, right? So also I found very interesting how MVMO started talking about the family. Now y'all remember the other day when we were having our conversation that I was asking some questions about. Well, I had a couple of theories concerning TD Jakes and his blended family, right? Yeah, I think that broke her heart too, Emma Crawford. I think it broke her heart. That's why she had a stroke. And that's clearly what the MVMO thinks. You know what I mean? Because she said her mentor was really old, and so yeah. But I hate that Mr. R came and put out that type of burden in that lady's lap. You know, and so yeah, it's very sad, very very sad, because we know that our older elders, they was just all 100%, behind the church, and so yeah, and when you're that invested, um, in what you're calling your church home or whatever, you see it as your church home, and something like that'll just break your spirit, and so yeah, especially hearing those sorts of things, you know what I mean? And so, because that's extra. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, MVMO goes on to talk about Jake's family, right? Now, on my last video, I talked the not the last time I talked about TD Jakes. We were throwing out a couple of theories about his family, right? About his household, should I say, his household, you know, because people are saying a lot of things, throwing out a lot of accusations about Jakes, you know what I mean? But they're not really, in my opinion, they're not taking a close enough look at what his home life is about. Because we know if you look at somebody's home life, it says a lot, right? And so that's why I was taking a dive into his home life last time. But anyway, MVMO, the channel that I was telling you about, she said, she says that Tarita, well, we already know this, right? Well, we talked about this last week, but Sarita's two oldest sons, well, they are alleged. I'm gonna say allegedly gay, but Sarita's two oldest sons are allegedly gay, and that they are not. Now we do know that they are not TD Jakes' biological sons. They are not his biological sons. Sarita has these two boys when she met TD Jakes, right? They were little boys. Um, you know, anyway, going to say that she says that Sarita was a teen mom. You know, her daughter Sarah got pregnant at 13. Says that Sarita was a teen mom, and one of the things that Sarita loved about Jake's is that he accepted her boys. He later adopted and raised them. Right now, so let me say this. Right, so in the light of what we all have suspected about Jake's, and in the light of this new information, well, in the light of some stuff that Manasseh Jordan done said, right, and some stuff that we've been hearing rumors about for forever, right? In that context, we also know that sometimes when you're dealing with predators, a predator will get with you because they are not really interested in you; they are interested in your children. Okay? Hey, little Blake, how you doing? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying this is what's going on with this scenario, but these two little boys, they were little boys when Sarita met TD Jakes. Okay? I don't even think that they weren't even teenagers yet, right? They were little boys. Now, I'm not saying that's why he got with Sarita. I'm just saying, in the light of all that's going on right now, and if y'all didn't hear that last video when I broke down, you know, how a predator may move, an alleged predator, may move, and how he may, set out to groom a person. In the light of all of that, um, you can put this, in with that wherever you put it, right? Wherever you put it, right? So anyway, she goes on to state that, like I said, Tarita was a teen mom. When she met Jake's, she already had the boys, right? And so let me find the next slide. Now, this is just me, not saying that that happened. I'm not, this is just my own train of thought. This is just my own theory. You can throw allegedly in it if you want to, but it really ain't allegedly because this is just my own train of thought, right? This is just something I'm throwing up against the wall. That's all, right? But you got to be careful when you got children, young children, right? We all know this. Now, MVMO said, um, thank you, Emma Crawford. The MVMO said that her mentor, remember we talked about the MVMO channel, right? That her mentor told her about a series of incidents that happened in the Jake's home, right? You thinking the same thing, Emma? I know that's right. About a series of incidents that happened in the Jake's home when the boys were teens. There's something that happened in the Jake's home, y'all, when the boys were teenagers, right? She said, I guess I'm assuming the Jakes as well as the people in the church, they knew or found out both of the boys are gay. Now these boys are teenagers at this time, right? She says that back then people still believed that you could quote unquote pray the gay away, right? People in the church felt that the gay was really an evil spirit and that it could be cast out, right? And that is the truth. At one point in time, the church really thought that you could pray the gay out of somebody, or you could, exercise, if you will, exorcise that evil spirit right out of them, right? So anyway, let me go through the next. Now, this is the MVMO. Um, this is the story that the MVMO was telling. No, so let me say allegedly because I heard this on her channel, right? But for me and myself, it's allegedly, and for her, it's not because this is her telling the story, right? And so, is this slide 3? Yeah, she said so she goes on to say, at one point in time, a few members would have sessions. Now, this is the mentor telling her. At some point in time, the members started going over to the Jake's home, having these quote unquote sessions, right? And she says that she doesn't recall, how many sessions there were. but she says that the mentor told her, that the mentor told her that every time they would have a session at the Jake's house and start praying over these boys, every time they would get to a point that they were about to cast, in their opinions, get to a point that they were about to cast the demons out of the boys, that Jake's, of that quote, unquote, Jakes would leave the room. And she was like, well, I don't understand why that would be. Like, why would he, leave the room? And I understand why she's asking that question. She's asking that question because if you're supposed to be the man of God that you say you are, if you're trying to pray the gay out of your sons, why in the world are you going to leave the room? And you are the pastor, you are the head of the church. You see what I'm saying? Why would you leave the room? And so the mentor, she didn't really know the lady. Like I said, the lady was older. This is back in the days when people really thought you could pray the gay out of, somebody, right? And so she was perplexed by the fact that, when they were in the midst of them, when they felt like if they was ready to, loose that demon, he would leave the room, right? So, I guess she was just questioning why. Why would he do that? You know what I mean? But this is an old lady. She was raised in the church, and that was just vexing to her, I imagine. Y'all please hit the like button, okay? So she really had to ask herself that question, right? So MVMO goes on to say, here's something else on here. What was I at with these? Is this it right here? We go number 5. Okay, also MVMO says that perhaps Sarita stay. Okay, wait, is this did I leave one? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, she starts talking about why Sarita stayed, right? Um, and when she's talking about why Sarita stayed, um, hold on a minute. Let me see if I got these right. 3. I think I'm losing my spot, y'all. Hold on a minute. Because I had to write some of this stuff down because it was so much. Is this 4? Okay. The reason why this conversation came up, now we talked about the boys, right? So now this still is what MVMO had to say. Y'all hit the like button, right? She says that when all of this stuff comes out, she wants people to know that Sarita was or is part of the quote unquote cover up. Right now, y'all can go listen to MVMO for yourself, but this is what she said. She said, just like Vanessa Long and Eddie Long, their marriage, and she wants people to know that Sarita is not innocent and in all of this. Like, I never thought she was, you know what I mean? But she wants people, some people will think that, people will think that Sarita is the innocent victim in all of this. And I'm assuming MVMO is trying to say that in her mind, Sarita is complicit, right? She feels that she's complicit because she feel like, and on one part of it, she said women have power, and perhaps if Sarita had had the strength to leave TG some of this alleged TD some of this alleged stuff may not have happened, right? And that's why she compared it to the Vanessa Long Eddie Long marriage, right? So then she says that people had been telling Sarita for years about her husband, meaning people had been telling Sarita for years about TD and his alleged affairs, right? She says, and that at one point it had gotten so bad that TD Jakes took over Sarita's email account. People had started, and people had start sending, allegedly, I'm saying allegedly on my end, sending Sarita so much information about what Jakes was doing. He took over her email account, so I guess she started questioning him about the emails or whatever, to the point to where he took over her email account. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And so the MVMO lady says that perhaps Sarita, may have stayed because when she met Jakes, she had nothing. She had the 2 boys. said that she had nothing, and she came from at the side of a mountain. She was literally a coal miner's daughter. She came out of the mountains of Virginia, right? She said so maybe she's thinking in her mind this is so maybe she stayed because she felt like she probably wouldn't have had, she probably would have never had anything if it wasn't for Jake's. Do you see what I'm saying? So she's saying maybe that's one reason why she stayed. I'm saying maybe she didn't, maybe she thought she was going to, lose everything if she left him. I don't know, but the MVMO said, but to me, and like I had to put, and it's the way the lady said it because she's really disappointed with these people, and that's why I put down here now. To me, it was a little petty, but MVMO says that TD Jakes, y'all, said he even picked out Sarita clothes. I was like, wait a minute, he even picked out her clothes? Like, what you mean? So is that why they had a stylist? I thought Sarita might have brought in the stylist. Are you telling me that TD didn't bring in the stylist? I mean, Sarita didn't bring in the stylist. TD brought in the stylist. I was like, honey, you are kidding me. I was like, wow, I found it very interesting. Okay. And so yes, honey, that's what the MVMO lady says, and yeah, I just found it very interesting. I really want to share it with y'all. I was like, right, kind to me a control issue, right? See, here's the thing. The reason why I started talking about that family last week, uh, yeah, she was comfortable with a lifestyle. Yeah, she wasn't going, nowhere. But you know what's scary about that to me, Kiki? Is that what if, we were talking about the boys and whatnot, and how both of them, are gay. We know that his dark skinned son had been arrested some years ago for solicitation of an undercover, officer for X acts in the middle of a dark park. Now, I don't want to think, but we have heard of women, um, that have turned a blind eye to some very bad things happening to their children. You see what I'm saying? And I would hope that Sarita is not one of these people. Now I don't know if that's also why MVMO mentioned that, and she just didn't say those words, about those boys, but she specifically brought up those two boys. Now I didn't say much about the two boys. When I did my last video on Jace, I mostly focused on Sarah, and Cora. Okay. Sarah got pregnant at 13 and Cora can't get pregnant at all, so she finagled the woman out of her child. Okay. But that's just another example when it comes to these boys, about how you see these preachers coming out here acting like life is just perfect, and they all they walking, them and their whole family walking in the light, walking the path of God, but in reality you got all this chaos in your personal life. you know That's right, Lady Tia. Hurt your heart when moms turn a blind eye. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yep. Yep. Yeah. Some women turn a blind eye. Y'all are absolutely right. And I would hate to think that Sarita is one of those types of people, but it sure is interesting that both of her boys is gay, allegedly, and TD Jakes is allegedly a power bottom. Ain't that what they called him? And MVMO said that her mentor told her that he allegedly had affairs with men in the church. That Mr. R allegedly told her mentor so much disparaging and gross stuff, to the point of where the lady had a stroke allegedly, because her heart, it sounded like her heart couldn't take all of that. you know And then somebody who was that said it got a control issue. I think it was kind to me when it comes to control. Said TD was MVMO said TD. I'm gonna have to say allegedly even picked out Sarita's clothes. I was like, bye bye. So he the one asked for the stylist, not Sarita? Like, what had happened? Child, I don't understand. I really don't. Y'all please hit that like button. But anyway, y'all, like I said, that MVMO channel with that lady on there, she said she ain't worried about being sued, okay? Cause she was in an inner circle and they know who she is, child, and she ain't worried about it. That's why she was speaking up about it. But she don't want y'all when this stuff start coming out to think that Sarita is innocent. That's what she said. Lady Tia said, "What's crazy is these people think the darkness, yes, won't come to light. Absolutely. It could take many years, but it will still come out. I know that's right. I know that's right, Lady Tia. Especially when you got the nerve to be trying to play it, play with God, mock God. You know, use God as a ATM machine. You know what I mean, or something. You know, she not innocent. No, no, I agree. Cause that's her husband. She been with that man forever. She know what he do. It ain't no way she can be in the house with him that many decades and not know everything about it. No way. So yeah, she is complicit. You know. Oh, you didn't know she had kids prior to him coming to me? Yeah, she had those two boys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What y'all say about Tyler Perry? I bet their family issues was told through a Tyler Perry movie. Well, hot dog. Well, all right. Yeah, I think Tyler Perry had one of those movies. What was that movie? Which movie was that? The Tyler Perry movie where the woman, it was Blair, was it Blair Underwood? Is that what his name? She was trying to make her daughter marry that man and he was abusive. And she had let the dark skinned girl be SA by her husband, and now she was trying to marry her other daughter off, the one that she pampered, to the abusive banker or whatever. I don't. Was it the family reunion? It was one of them, child. I was like, ooh. So yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Yes, ma'am, you do. Medea's family reunion. Right, I got it right, lady. It was a family reunion. Yep, the family reunion. Yep, yep, yep. Nowadays, some incidents, some should be guilty until proven innocent. They all should be guilty until proven innocent. Okay, especially when it comes to children. Absolutely, I agree. Yep, it's just the way I think about it. You know, but for somebody to try to take advantage of a situation like this for themselves, like that whole Larry Reid, situation, whatever's going on between him and Manasseh Jordan and Bernard Jordan, because Larry Reid said Bernard Jordan, Manasseh Jordan's father, was his mentor. So I'm thinking, oh, so are y'all trying to what is the undercurrent here? Because you don't want the victims to go to the police, but you want them to come to you, Larry Reid, and make a documentary. And so you and the Jordans are close, right? And so why are they using you for the mouthpiece? Why won't Manasseh come out and say that he believes that TD Jakes tried to groom him, allegedly? Why won't he come out and say that? And why are they using your little messy butt for the mouthpiece, Larry? Huh? That's all I want to know. It's my last day off. I've been enjoying. I know that's right, Lady Tia. Oh, thank you, Lady Tia. Child. But there is in the same boat. He can't talk. Child. That's what I heard. Like I said, I don't pay no attention to these people. They make my skin crawl. But here's the reason why I had to do this video today. Because he had the nerve. I told y'all what he said about the other bloggers. I was like, no, he didn't. No, who do you think? You're not even telling half the story. You trying to spin a narrative. That's what you trying to do, Larry Reid. Okay? You trying to spin a narrative, in my opinion. I'm just saying. That's how I feel about it. Sure. But anyway, y'all, I think that's all I got. Right, the absolute nerve, right, NYW? Ooh, child. Telling somebody not to listen to the other, but boy, if you don't set your little, ooh, I'm not impressed. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And the next time, Larry, may I suggest, honey, that the next time you say you got some receipts to present to us on YouTube, because us bloggers, you know, the ones you don't want nobody else looking at for the TD Jakes tea, us. Hmm. The next time you come out of with some receipts, Larry, you really try to need to make them be about something. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, he is Lady T. That's what he doing, Lady T. I was offended by that. You know what I mean? But see how I did that little quick rundown, Larry? That was just for you, boo. That was just for you. That's how us bloggers get down around here. Some of us. All right? Child. Moving right along. But anyway, y'all, I just had to get that out right there. But y'all can yeah, thanks Mr. Crawford Mr. Reid for this video. Cause I don't know what he thought he was talking about. But girl, when I say that they're like snakes. You know what I mean? They just slither all around to the point to where it's just really unfortunate. You know, I just oof. You know, and I really would like, if you really want to spill some tea, Larry, and you really want to get a lot of views, why don't you tell us why you really are going this route when it comes to TD Jakes? Why don't you tell us what's really going on? You know, let him tell it, Lady Tia. Yeah, uh huh, uh huh, yeah, uh huh. That's what he was trying to say, in my opinion. Cause he said the rest of the bloggers, you know, we're just talking, and the people don't need to, you know, pretty much listen to what the other bloggers say, because we just getting stuff all jumbled up in their head. But we should just, just listen to him, cause he got the receipts. Now, even though the receipt that he showed was not receipting, he got the receipts, and I'm like, okay, okay. Anyway, that's why I came out and just did a little something. Cause y'all know I don't even do video, right? But I will do me a mean slideshow, baby. Okay? I will do me a mean slideshow. Reason why I don't do videos, because I'm not trying to get no copyright strike from nobody, baby, about they dang on video. All right? That's how a lot of people got hemmed up when TDJ start flagging people's videos down. Because they played his video of that sermon that he went back and edited. Uh-huh. That's how the videos got flagged down. That's how they got a strike. Playing that dang on video. I don't do that. I wish I would. Nope. Not gonna do it. Ain't gonna get me like that. Mm-mm. These predators need to leave children, right, and young people alone. Right. Stop the abuse. I agree with that. I agree with that. And please, if you're being done this way, no matter your age, please contact the authorities, or tell an authority figure, and somebody that you trust, so that they can get you some help. Don't be worried about doing a documentary. Go get you some help. Okay? Go get you some help. That's what you should do. I couldn't believe he said that. That's how I knew he wasn't genuine. When I heard him say that about, they don't need to go to the police, they need to come to me and do the documentary. Excuse me, child. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, he did get him out good with them strikes, didn't he? They should have known. Uh-uh. That's too much. when he edited that sermon and he took that first part out, they should have known to snatch it off their channel. Hmm. That's right, someone who loves you. That's right, Lady T, that you can absolute trust and respect. To somebody that you know is gonna, look out for your best interest. You know, go get yourself some help. That's right, Em. I have to agree with that. But anyway, y'all, let me get out for. I think that's all I got right now. Um, right, we don't need no documentary. I'm thinking, child, child. But anyway, Em, I can't with those people. Like that whole little church sector right there. I don't deal with that. I don't. Mm-mm, they make my skin crawl. That's why I never took them seriously. No, I never will. I was like, that don't even sound right to me. Mm-mm. It's all this. It's weird. I'm gonna put it that way. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much. Those of you that have joined my other channel. Okay, I am so appreciative that you've done that. If you haven't, if you want to join my other channel, because I do uploads over there, you know what I mean. Please go to my community wall and just click one of the videos that are from my other channel. My other channel, the name of it is Mrs. Southern Discomfort. Click on that just click on the video and hit the subscribe button on that other channel over there. I appreciate it so much. I hope that y'all will please hit the like button on your way out the door. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, share the video if you would. I appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for listening. Good night, Emma Crawford, and good night, everybody else. Um, you messing with me later. Tell about what? I don't even Lady T. Then you know I'm from girl. Anyway, y'all don't know what Lady T talk about. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you guys. Oh, and if you came in late, please be part of the replay gang. You know what I mean? Because we be having some good little information to put out here. And I am going to talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye. Peace.